What is pine mouth, pine nut syndrome? Have you ever enjoyed a handful of pine nuts and then experienced a strange taste in your mouth? This phenomenon is known as pine mouth or pine nut syndrome. It is a rare taste disorder that can occur after eating certain pine nuts, particularly those from the species Pinus armandea. The symptoms usually kick in between 12 to 48 hours after consumption. Imagine biting into your favorite dish and suddenly tasting a persistent bitter or metallic flavor. This unpleasant sensation can be intensified when you eat or drink other foods. The taste can linger for weeks, which can be quite frustrating. The exact reason why this happens is still not fully understood. However, it seems to be linked to specific varieties of pine nuts rather than all of them. Some studies suggest that genetics may play a role. Individuals with a certain genetic taste receptor variant may be more susceptible to experiencing pine mouth. While the bitter taste is the main symptom, some people also report feeling nauseous, having headaches, or even experiencing diarrhea and vomiting. However, these additional symptoms are less common. The good news is that pine mouth does not cause any lasting damage and typically resolves on its own without any treatment. Now, if you are following a ketogenic diet, you might be wondering about the role of pine nuts. They are generally considered a keto-friendly nut because they are low in carbohydrates and high in healthy fats. However, it is important to be aware of pine mouth syndrome as a potential side effect. To avoid this unpleasant taste, you might want to choose pine nuts from other species or consider substituting them with other keto-friendly nuts. For example, walnuts are a great alternative. They also provide healthy fats and antioxidants without the risk of pine mouth. In summary, pine mouth syndrome is a temporary taste alteration caused by specific pine nuts, leading to a prolonged bitter or metallic taste. While pine nuts can fit well into a ketogenic diet, being aware of this syndrome can help you make better choices about which nuts to include in your meals.